All right, so I know it's been a while, but figured this was something worth taking a video of. So for those of you who don't remember or just haven't seen it in a long time, this is the 87 9700, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to decal it as a 9700, but it did originally start life as an 8700. This has been a project in the making for years, but it's finally quote unquote back together from this perspective. For those of you who don't know, I bought this tractor years ago with the intention of redoing it, and I have. It's just been an expensive project and a long project. But we'll talk about a little bit what I did and we'll fire it up. So I'll try to keep it short. So the front end has been totally rebuilt, all new bearings, bushings, seals, etc. Ball joint ends, tie rod ends, ball joints for the steer cylinder, which isn't bolted on right now. So when I have to move it, I can turn the front and not have the steer cylinder on it. It's got 4 new tires all the way around. New rims on the front, which still need painted. But that's it for the front. On the engine, this engine from here to here is new. And pretty much not original to the 8700. So the engine block, the original engine was trashed. So this is all, used, rebuilt parts. So the block is the 9700 block. The crank is actually the original crank. It's 10 under on the mains and rods. Remand 9700 connecting rods. New 20 over pistons, which at the time I should have sleeved it and I didn't. It's probably going to come around to bite me, but it is bored 20 over with new pistons. The head is actually off a TW30, but it has all new valves, new springs, pressure tested, redecked. That's all been done. It's got a new cam, new lifters, new push rods, because like I said, everything was junk. The turbo is actually a factory 9700 turbo that I rebuilt, which, believe it or not, finding a rebuild kit for those turbos isn't the easiest thing to do. New exhaust manifold, which I'll walk over to the other side. But yeah, new exhaust manifold. I had to make a hose for the turbo, so I couldn't find the original feed line. So I made a hydraulic hose, got piped the JIC fittings, and did it this way. And then I got an adapter, kind of like a universal mount adapter off of Amazon, which bolted on and everything lined up. It's actually got the factory gasket, the gasket that came with the kit underneath. So the inner boost tube boots I actually got from Amazon because New Holland wanted like 50 bucks a boot, something like that. And I just bought this intercooler material in 1 foot lengths. I think for like 20 bucks. It's 4-ply. Seems pretty decent. But that's it for the engine. To the transmission and rear end, it's got a new clutch in it, resurfaced flywheel, new PTO drive shaft, all new seals, rebuilt dual power, rebuilt PTO clutch pack, rebuilt resealed top cover. Brake pistons are resealed, new axle seals, etc. Anything that had an O-ring in it got replaced. I did get the back rims and stuff painted with, like I said, new tires. They're tubed. I did something a little different than what factory was. I painted the bar axles black, and then all the hardware and stuff I painted black. Yeah, I scratched it a little bit putting the tire on, but it's going to be a work tractor, so it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It still runs, haven't ran it that much. It runs still a little rough. I still have some air in it. Another thing I did, short of making new fuel hoses, fuel tubes, bent these all up, except for this one. I'll probably end up making one, but I just threw this on temporary. This is a TW20 pump that's oil fed from the block for lubrication. The factory pumps weren't. They had their own separate little reservoir, and the pump on it was junk, so I got this pump. But they were leaking from the delivery valves, so I bought the special tool and resealed all the delivery valves and everything in it. So that's all new also, along with an Amazon special starter. But yeah, I think that's at least the high points of it, so let's fire it up. And for anybody else watching, there is coolant in the block. I'm not running the block dry. But yeah, there's the 9700 after, I don't know, 6 years. Got to get all this cleaned up, and then I'm going to get it cleaned off, sanded, wire wheeled, get it painted, and then get the cab finished up and get it assembled. And probably make a more in-depth video then, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this. So thanks for watching, and maybe I'll catch you on the next one.